Alex, tell me about this Ghost Recon demo.
Yeah, so that's my weird story.
That's definitely what I had in mind, too.
That's my story of E3.
Tell me about your story.
Cool.
So this was one of the very last demos we did at the show on Thursday. It was Ghost Recon. Was it Wildlands? Is that what it's called?
Wildlands.
I'll take that. We'll
Ghost Recon Wildlands.
Is that what it actually is called? I can't remember. Okay.
You have to say it like that, though.
Wildlands.
Okay, the Wildlands.
So after
I'm from the Wildlands.
Oh, is that in Jersey?
It's in Jersey.
Okay.
it's north of the wall.
Nice.
Good amusement parks. Gotta try the fries.
After seeing the trailer for that at the press conference, I did not realize it was actually at the show. I thought that was going to be the thing that like they showed, and it's like, okay, we'll tell you more later on. It was like The Division. Like they're not actually going to show this. It's just here it is. But they actually had it in a back room. They were showing it to people. It was like a 15-minute demo, 4 players, showing kind of how the game works.
They're playing it.
Their developers are playing it. They're running through a series of missions. The first noteworthy thing is that the 2 guys who were the MCs of this demo...
MC?
I don't know if this was their shtick for the entire show or if it was just the end of the show and they were feeling a little punchy.
It was so well rehearsed.
So, Austin, you both were there, right?
Yeah, we were both there.
We both sat in for this. The first guy just starts kind of talking like, "Hey, we're glad you're here. Glad you came to
it's so weird.
Came to see the game.
Oh, that sounds like end of E3 to me.
We're very
right? It's like senioritis.
We're very ready to show you what we've been working on." Then the second guy comes in. He's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be a good time here as we show you
no
playground."
Sleeves. Was no sleeves on his shirt.
This like Robert Joy looking dude, just like staring you straight in the fucking face.
So he pointed at me. He's like, "You look tired." I was like, "Yeah, it's the last day at E3. I'm exhausted." It's like, "You seen anything good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've seen a couple." "You haven't seen anything like this."
Are they all doing they're just like a 40-minute long trailer for this?
Yes.
They might as well have been.
Yeah, like live.
But like a very pornographic.
It was sexy.
In a world of this game.
Of this Bolivia.
In a world. It's actually this world.
It's just this one.
A world of drop-in, drop-out co-op.
It's just at the end of that show,
yes.
It was not the approach that I was necessarily looking for.
You weren't looking for a growl?
No, I wasn't really looking to be talked at like a dude calling up a suicide hotline so he could jerk off. Like, that's not really what I was looking for.
You took it, and then you crossed the finish line, and then you spiked the ball.
Hey, I know a person who works for those hotlines and has that problem, deals with that on a regular basis.
I bet. That's the worst.
That's like what they have to tell.
Very, very vivid picture.
So there you go. That was the tone that it took initially.
Okay.
Did you talk to anybody else who had been to that demo?
No.
Okay, because that's what you got to do. Because you got to see if anyone else.
Did you get this? Did they also kind of creep you out a little bit?
Yeah.
They were obviously trying to be playful. It just at the end of that, I was very tired, and it was like, oh my god, this is so odd.
That whole game ended up taking that same tone, though, of just like, we're badasses and really just like huge boners for how much of badasses we are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the CG thing they did, or the presentation,
the trailer,
Tattoo Face.
That was in
the cocaine.
The cocaine.
So much coke.
The cocaine in the blood.
Oh yeah, blood coke.
Blood coke.
Blood
so
coke.
much
Hashtag blood coke.
So much coke.
Get the cocaine.
The demo itself, I mean, look, that game is a gigantic open world. Looks like there's lots of cool, fun stuff for you to do. The premise, though, is basically clear and present danger if you took the whole Harrison Ford realizing sending soldiers into another country to fight an illegal drug war is bad part just right out of it.
But so they are military?
They are U.S. military. They're ghosts.
So if you ask the military, deniable ops.
Yes, it's deniable ops.
That's what it seems like anyway.
But they have been sent into real-ass Bolivia in the near future, which has become a narco state.
Okay.
Quote, unquote.
Yes.
Does that mean
It's weird that they are using... I get the legacy that the Ghost Recon brand has.
Yeah.
But this doesn't feel...
like a Clancy game?
Like a Clancy title. This feels like a Far Cry.
The gameplay does remind me a lot of Far Cry.
like a Far Cry.
I feel like there might be towers. There are probably towers.
Towers.
Wait, but can I ask you? I mean, it sounds like maybe there aren't specifics to be known here, but is it like, hey, go start a mission and you pick like how you want to approach this thing, and that's when everybody gets together and you team up in like a chat room and start your mission?
It is meant to be highly coordinated with the people you're playing.
Or is it like you're kind of roaming around like Paradise City style, and like then like a mission starts and then
that is literally what the demo was. It was 4. So here's the demo room was us in chairs with headphones on. and then the two guys that are left and right, and then in front of us were 4 people playing the game on 4 different screens.
And they had a guy on a video board like switching to a main screen between the 4 players.
And at the beginning, they were in like wildly different places. Someone was on the top of a mountain, someone was over in the snow.
And then they got together?
And they all got together to do this mission. And then
that's
like
cool.
different
They started out pairing up, and then they got together, and then they split up again. Yeah.
it was
It's probably not how Ghost would really act in the real.
Oh, no, that's totally how they would
You
act.
think they'd be like, all right, well, you guys,
Where are you?
Are we nowhere near each other?
I saw you on
cool.
I'm the mayor of Bolivia. I'm checking in on Foursquare. I saw you were in Bolivia. No shit.
There's some-
No shit. You want to go get some cocaine? Like, totally, bro. Let's go get
I
some
dropped
cocaine.
I dropped a pin. Come find me.
Come find me. Ah, my signal's fucked up, dude. Can you get on? You got WhatsApp on there? Because my cell is terrible here. How many guns did you bring?
all of them.
Oh, good. Right answer.
Several guns.
It's a thing that was like, there's something there. Like we in a room could have a lot of fun with this game.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also it feels super out of date in terms of like
Tone.
It has a real Reagan era drug
It's
war
like,
tone
yeah.
to it.
But does it take place in the 80s? Because that
No, it's
'cause
near future.
narco state. I forgot.
And like we also saw the demo, Vinny, you and I, of Just Cause,
Yes.
which is like a lot of that same stuff,
Yes.
except like tongue deep in the cheek.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
And it's so hard to pivot from one of those things to the other because I just know I'm going to have a lot of fun with Just Cause and not feel as grimy.
I mean, there was literally a scene where a couple of the ghosts wandered up on a tree that had a whole bunch of hanging villagers, you know,
that's
and
not
like,
good.
and their tone of like the way they explained, there's like, you know, they were basically showing it off as scenery, and they were like, this happened, and this happened because of things that we had done previously in the game. Moving on, and then they just move right on past. I was like, "Wait, what do you mean? What were those consequences? Like, what is that
something
actually?
different? Like,
yeah, like how do I prevent that from happening? Like, is there a way?
There does seem like they're, you know, crossing my fingers here, but there's a chance that they're going to do a lot of work to kind of humanize the regular folks living in Bolivia. Like you run up on the different towns, and first of all, there's just like a really nice text treatment. Like you came up on San Marino or whatever the name, I don't know what the name of the
Whatever
village
town was, yeah.
But it was like in a nice serifed font, which is not normally how like game fonts work.
No, they're so Sans.
They're so sans serif.
Yeah.
This was like real, like, ooh, this is a little classy.
Yeah, well, that's either. Yeah,
and then there's a
okay.
little text thing underneath it that was like,
It's like my eye moves from letter to letter without even stopping. This is
just
graceful.
like that. And underneath it says like, San Marino used to be a union town until the new dictator came in. Like, oh wow, like I got a little bit of like a little clip of what this place was before things were shitty. And I hope they give me more than just that. But like, okay,
More than just flavor text.
more than
yeah.
just flavor text. But like that would be good. But who knows?
It's. I feel like it's so easy to kind of goof on that stuff, and especially when you start adding in multiplayer,
Right.
when like somebody's just spinning in your buddy's just
Right.
spinning in the circle, kind of
and
like
the
jumping
whole
up and
tone
down.
is supposed to be so when they're being so serious about it. Like they weren't being 80s action movie about it. They were being like 90s like war drama. You know, like they thought this was like you know, Alex said, like Tom Clancy, a little too serious for its own good.
Like not quite into like Richard Marcinko territory, but
Not
like
quite.
not, but in the
I like you
ballpark.
I like that you called him Richard. That's fascinating. Thank you. Don't
That's
go with
how-
the Dick Marcinko joke.
That's how he was billed on the Richard Marcinko books that my dad owned. So there you go.
So it sounds like Wildlands has
Wildlands.
an identity crisis.
No, it sounds like
No,
they
I don't
know
think
exactly where they're
No,
going.
I think
No, but-
they know what they
But
are.
what I'm saying is that trailer kind of said one thing,
Which was
Blood Coke.
which was Blood Coke 5, and then you guys had this wackadoo presentation, right? Where it's like, what the? Like, if I had that
it was
happen to me, I'd be
punchier
like,
than I thought it would be.
I'd be like, I don't know what kind of read I'm getting on this game right now.
right. But
And then you see this awful, set drawing sort of stuff.
The core thing of that demo was it was another example of, do you see that? You can go there. That was their big pitch, was this is a gigantic open world. It is realistic
You've
terrain.
never played a Ubisoft game like this before.
And
that's right.
it looked fucking gorgeous. Like the world especially looked astonishingly good. That said, the tone, like you said, was a little weird in places, and it's especially as like an end of E3 demo. I just didn't know what the
those
hell
are
to
the last
do.
thing we did on the floor. So.
like sometimes those are my favorite games though, that like are really just like going for it tonally, and then something breaks in engine and like a dude just starts flipping out or something.
Yep.
And then it's like, that's a good goof.
It is always funny to see like where the first impression a game gives you and then where it sort of lands when it's all said and done.
For sure.
Like a game like Sunset Overdrive, I had no idea what the hell that game was up until 2 months out.
I did not realize it was quite as Warped Tour as it actually was.
For sure. It was one of those games where I just was like, I can't tell what they're going for. And it wasn't until I played it like 8 weeks out where I was like, this is kind of good. I see exactly what's happening. It's hard.
Well, what the heck is the name of the game now? The one that has been at the Sony press conference that nobody knows.
The Last Guardian?
No, not that one.
No one knows the name.
Horizon?
No, space game.
No Man's Sky.
Yeah, No Man's Sky.
Yes.
It's kind of like No Man's Sky, where it's just like,
what is this?
Wait, you did combat? What is this? So, yeah, that one is probably going to be like the biggest. Oh, okay, I know what this is.
This. Okay.
There's a moment for most games where your brain does this handshake where it's like, I get it.
Right.
I see what this is.
Yeah. Oh, we're making sense now. Alex, anything else that maybe you didn't get to last week that you want to mention?
No, that was pretty much it. Most all of my other main thoughts about games are in the various podcasts and live shows
Captured elsewhere.
Yeah, so nice. I think I'm good.
Jeff.
Hey.
Hiya, Mr. B.
Okay, I'm doing all right. It's Mr. C, but thank you,
Mr. V.
Mr. V.
How was CNET's coverage of E3?
It was good.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's
Why
great.
Was it not good? Or you
no? That's
we've judging my content.
We've been meaning to talk to you, Jeff.
Damn
it! If you turn over your show notes,
is this the start of that nightmare I keep having?
Yes. Would you rate it from 1 to 5? 1 being not great, 5 being
awful.
5 being awful.